What's up guys, my name is Jellycut5 and welcome back to another player review on the channel. Today we have the brand new Moments card from the SBC Adama Traore. As always though, we're going to run you through the stats, show you some clips and talk about him afterwards. This card is once again back. It's been in previous kind of FIFAs and now obviously EAFC 24, and we're going to show you what he has to offer. In terms of the card, 95 pace, 81 shooting, 77 passing, 85 dribbling, 73 defending and 85 physical. He displays a high-low work rate with a 4-star freestyle with a controlled acceleration type. In terms of the actual card, from what we can see initially, he's obviously got every stat above 70. He's a very kind of all-rounded player, and this is definitely someone that is going to shock you on the pitch, that is for sure. In mentioning that he's been on previous games, he's always been one to haunt players on the actual game itself. I mean, he's absolutely unbelievable in terms of what he brings initially when he is released, and it's definitely nice to see him back on our screens. In terms of his alternative position, he's got actual kind of numerous positions that he can play in this time round, which is quite interesting to see. He can play in the right wing back role, he can play in the right mid role, and he can also play in the striker role. So he's a very versatile player. I wouldn't really use him as a defender. I don't think that's the right sort of position to use him with the work rates that he's got. I feel like he's definitely more of an attacker, that is for sure. Looking into a bit more detail with this card, you can just see with the high levels of pace there. He's got decent shooting, not the best I would say, and it's okay on the dribbling stats and physical also. The physical is a real standout with 90 strength, 87 jumping there. He's got some decent dribbling stats, 80 ball control, 90 dribbling there, 89 balance, 80 agility, so it's not too bad. It's nothing to really shout about. Even the defending stats are quite good. He's got the 70s there also, and also he's got decent shooting, 98 shot power, which is quite nice. Quite low on the finishing though, only 80 finishing. It's nothing that I look at and I go, he's got amazing stats. I feel like it's just a very all-rounded card. There's nothing that really shouts about this card that you look at it and go, oh, he's got high levels this, high levels that. I'd only really say his pace, that's the massive part of this game. Obviously 95 pace, and he's got a trait to back that up also. But looking at it, it's a very nice card to use, and it's a very nice card to see also. In terms of this card's playstyles, he's got 3 on offer, one of them being the rapid playstyle with the ball control. He also has the other stat of the flare trait also, so he can do fancy passes and kind of flick-ons at the same time with a more accuracy. And then the quick step plus is the main kind of playstyle that we'll be looking at, which accelerates significantly when faster during explosive sprints. This is such an overpowered kind of playstyle. If you're not too aware of it, there's kind of on decent players like Mbappe, it's on Diaby, it's on quite a few fast players, and in enabling this kind of play style, I would say that it's more of an aspect of where you look at it, once they kind of go into an acceleration, they then build up a higher speed, and that kind of really kicks in, and it's some sort kind of gives them an extra boost when trying to get past a wing back or just any kind of central defender. But yeah, it's definitely an enhanced stat that looks really in depth in terms of what he can do, and I definitely feel like it's some sort of advantage for what this card gives. But let's get into the clips, and then we're going to talk about him afterwards.
but I'm not falling. Even if I'm pulled in a little, no, I'm not falling. But when did I get lost in the middle of time?
After showing you those clips, we're going to talk about a few things I did and didn't like about this card. In terms of acquiring this card, you'll need to complete the brand new SBC that's currently on there. You're looking at about 120,000 coins to complete in full. That requires an 83 rated squad with an inform and an 86 rated squad with a Premier League player. In all honesty, I feel like it's a little bit overpriced for what you actually do get with this card. The only real ability about him is the pace, and in kind of goes in depth about that, I found the pros would be dribbling, passing, physical and pace. His dribbling is okay. I feel like it's a little bit inconsistent at times. He displays good aspects in terms of his ball control to be able to weave in and out of players, but I don't feel like it's a real big part of his game where he's able to enable that in a lot of parts of his game. His passing stats are quite low, but I felt like he offered a decent passing range. Long range, short range, I felt like he was able to complete it, with the crossing parts being the main part of his game. The physical sides of his game is absolutely perfect. With high levels of pace and physical stats, it makes a really good winger. It enables him to be able to not get pushed off the ball so much, and he can kind of stride past strong centre backs and wing backs, and it's nice to be able to have a player that doesn't get pushed off the ball easy and able to open himself up for a pass also. And that is say twines into his pace. Once the acceleration does kick in, I feel like it takes a little bit more of a while than normal. I think once he actually builds it up, it's okay, but I feel like the acceleration is slightly slow even though he displays a high stat. In terms of the cons, stamina and weak foot are the worst parts of his game. With the high levels of pace, he's going to be running himself ragged on the pitch, and I feel like it's obviously a part where he's going to be using it 24/7 and it can dwindle very quickly. The other part was his weak foot. Unfortunately, if it's not on his preferred foot, he is very poor in front of goal. He doesn't display the biggest of finishing stats, so unfortunately it's not the best in front of goal, and definitely if you're not on his preferred foot, he does kind of dwindle. But in all honesty, it is a card that I feel like is overpriced. It's a nice card to have back, and obviously we've had this card in numerous games before, but I do feel like it's slightly overpriced for what you do actually get. Let me know if you have used him and see what you actually think of the card, but yeah, I just think it's slightly overpriced. With that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.